how this run with the dual cast, running the Google Hangout. Oh, hello everyone. This is Mr. Aaron from the House of Aaron, the middle class millionaire, and we're back once again. This is the weekend wrap up. We're going to track the numbers that happened over the weekend from Friday to Monday night. And today we're introducing something different. We have Periscope going on as well. So with the Periscope, let me show you guys. I just happened to be in the daycare, and I grabbed something out of one of the children's toy boxes, and just propped this up to say, might as well try to do the Periscope at the same time. Maybe you guys can see it. Yes, it is a children's toy. I got some cleaning up to do in here from all the fun times that they had at the end of the day. So I have a children's little toy hooked up to this, and it's going to prop up so people can see my screen on Periscope so I can show them the money that we make online. All right. So, of course, I've been at this for a while, and get my hand in the way. See if I can do it like that. So I've been at this for a while now, and what I do is I just go ahead, make sure that I have the right microphone on, because sometimes the microphone gets a little, say, get a little crunchy. All right. So I'm gonna save that. Then I'm going to share my screen. So what I do, I bring up that and I share my screen where I'm at. This is my screenshot. This is what I use to brand myself. I use a template right here on PowerPoint. Most computers come with that to have the Microsoft Word package. And when I do that, this was Friday, February 2nd. I don't know if you guys can see that on the Periscope, but that is $82,801.92. Okay. So that's what happened on Friday as I was sitting at 447 sharing positions. Is this the one from the day? This is my quote from the day. Yeah, this is the quote from Monday. Let me open that up. Oh, that's the one I overwrote. All right. So that was the quote from today was that's the quote from actually Friday, which was, hate is too great a burden to bear. It's too great a burden to bear. It injures the hater more than it injures the hated. And that was Coretta Scott King, because it's Black History. It's Black History Month, folks. And just know that while you're in your business, someone is going to hate on you. It's a guarantee. Soon you start gaining success, because everyone's going to laugh at you when you're starting, and especially when you start hitting that success stage, when you start hitting that stride of success, people are going to hate. All right, so let me see if I have the one for the day. Let me close this one and see if the one from the day comes up. So what's that? Got to open that, the quote template. So I must didn't save it. That's what it was. So where is it? Oh, it's on my picture file. All right, so I could close that right there and bring back up the proof, progress, and results template. And you see I have my name right here, my name, picture, logo. Those are the things that's really important when you're trying to brand yourself, right? So you're trying to bring yourself to another level, to sell yourself off as a guru. I don't believe in the term guru, but you want to be an expert, because experts become consultants. Consultants get paid to just knowing the advice. They master the information and not have to execute the information every time, but they go out and teach others how to execute information. And that's why I do this, proof, progress, and results, every Monday through Friday, 11, like around 11 something, until I get my point across and track my progress. So here we go again. That's Friday's results. Let me go log in. Where are we? So I'm gonna stop showing that screen. Now it's time for me to show you the other screen, which is right here. So this is the watch page. You go ahead and broadcast that out, or send that to your followers or whatever it is you want to do. This is where we are. This is where everything starts. And I have my Facebook page here. But I have a group on Facebook. I have a page on Facebook. It's called the Money Pacer page, right? So on the Money Pacer page, we come in contact with other marketers, those people who are doing other businesses, doing all kinds of other things. Let me see if I can zoom you guys in there. All right, so that way you guys get to see the screen on Periscope. So you get to see what other marketers are doing as well as myself as we begin to show all our progress. I mean, most of us just starting off less than a year, such as myself. I've been doing it less than a year. That's my sponsor in Four Corners, Mr. Dr. G. That's just a brother I met right here online, Mr. Kelvin Anderson. He's posting his progress. We posting our progress here because we figure if someone find this page, they'll see our progress. They know they can just inbox us. So on this page, we only want to see the money or the team. We want to see your money or your team. All right. So that's another picture from Friday. And I want that to be there so I can show you how we just seamlessly track our progress every time, right? So let me get you all on the screen. I'm going right in to my Traffic Monsoon to get my progress from the day because we get paid every hour. We get paid every hour in Traffic Monsoon. Now, I'm not saying that you need to have Traffic Monsoon because remember the point of this is for you to do what? Track your progress. So you have proof, progress, results, bring you back so you can see the whole thing. Because this is what you need in your business. You need to track your results. So when you're sharing it with people, especially those who get on your list, they need to be able to see the growth every day because most people are not going to jump in automatically because everybody doesn't have the right mindset to come into an online business and make money. So I go back to my dashboard. Yes, you could sell as me. I got my picture right there. Let me let my Periscope friend see it. So we're right here on the Periscope, and we're live on my Middle Class Millionaire page on the WordPress. I do have that page somewhere on here. Where is it? Let me bring that page up too, so you can see the live hangouts. So you just go right there. I'll minimize this. I'll bring that tab right up here. So people can see the last one that happened. We can wrap up the 5th through the 8th. That's the one that's going on live right now. So you want to have these things in order so people could check it. And after this will be on YouTube, be streaming on YouTube as well. So as you can see, I have 16 hours left before I have to watch my 10 ads. Of course, I could do more videos than that, but we're about tracking our progress. And you can see $93.94 sitting there. And because I like to have a true tracking of what I did for the day, I'll go buy an ad right now. Remember, we're talking about proof, progress, results, and also self-branding, right? So I made some banners here with my logo embedded in them. Have my logo right there in these banners. So I made my own banners. I mean, I had help, of course, to make the banners, but like I said, I'm using my logo. I even have a couple with my picture on there so other people could use it. Because you get into that self-promotion thing, all right? All right, so now I'm back to my account. Just bought another sharing position. This one right here, this box right here, at the sharing positions. And here goes the money from over the weekend. So now I need to take a picture. I need to take a picture right here with the snipping tool built into the laptop already. Real easy tool to use. You just line it up with that corner. You take your picture, right? Take your picture. Then of course you need to save it. Now I save it in a couple of different ways, and I do this because I need a backup for my backup. So I'm going to actually, well, let me open that. I'm going to open this one. This was my quote for the day. I didn't get a chance to tell you guys. And you can see I have it set up a little bit differently. Have the Black History quotes for Black business owners. I got my logo and my picture and my name. And it says, whatever we believe about ourselves and our ability comes true for us. Now, that was a journalist, Susan L. Taylor. And I think that's a great quote because you have to believe that you're going to do what you set out to do. If you're trying to make money online, you need to go after it, okay? So now I can close that and I can save. Here we go. I go into my 3 post folder and where is it? Proof pictures. So I save my proof pictures from 2015. I started this February 24th, this journey, February 24th, 2015. Didn't make any money until, what was it? From April, then I started making money in April. I started withdrawing money in August, and now I'm here, right? So I look at this, I click on that right there. That was from Friday. Only thing I'm doing is changing the date. I put today as the 8th, and that was day 280 on the 5th. So you got the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. So that's 3 days. That was day 280. So now we on day 283. So 283 days straight making money online. So I press save, and now I have this image saved on my desktop. So now what I need to do, I need to go ahead and put it on my new thing. But I'm gonna take this number, this 84,000. I'm gonna take that and put it in my calculator that's also built into your laptop, right? So you take that calculator, you need that number, $84,251.92. Okay, and you're gonna press subtract. So now what you do, I go back and look at my progress from Friday, and I pull that calculator back up, and man, this was a big weekend. You can't see that automatically. It's a big weekend. So I have so I subtract the 84 from $82,801.92. And that's how I get my numbers for today, the weekend wrap up. All right. So I press enter. That's the amount of money that was made over the weekend. So now I scroll down to last weekend. I scroll down to the last weekend wrap up. That was on the 4th. I'm looking for the weekend wrap up one because I need to utilize the method that I record my progress. See, if this was Tuesday, then I would have used the one I used on Friday. But as I look for the weekend wrap up, gotta find the weekend wrap up one. When was it? When was the weekend wrap up? Let me just look at my calendar. The weekend wrap up was the 1st of the month, right? I need to go back up to February 1st post. I went right past it somewhere. Just a second. Did I miss a day? What happened? See more. All right, it don't matter. I can find just a random. Looking for the one with the split though. Because they have all the hourly rates on them. Here we go. Here go weekend wrap up right here. So I take all this weekend wrap up stuff, copy it, because I'm going to need that. I'm going to need all that as I go on to paste it up top here, because I'm going to use all that information from the weekend wrap up, and it's changed the dates. So I have Friday's date, which was the 5th. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me see. I'll zoom in on what I'm typing. Maybe you guys can see that. All right. So I have the 5th to the 8th, right? 5th to the 8th. And this going right over what I already did last time. So this is now day 280 to 283. Taking it straight from the other form, 1450. It's amazing how the numbers come out perfect like that. So the profit was 1450. On my YouTube video. What's my YouTube link? You go back to your Google Hangout page, click on links. You need that YouTube link so people come back and view it later, right? Because you want it streaming on YouTube because somebody is going to be looking into what your progress was, especially if you put your numbers in the title. So they know I made 1450. That's going to be in my title on my YouTube that it was 1450. So I'll paste that. Now I get some spacing. Now, listen up, professional tip here. Facebook show the first 5 lines before they put that see more. Before they put that little see more part. Let me see if I can find one that says it. See that? Before this part, that see more shows up, Facebook will show your first 5 lines. So that's why you put your link on the 5th line. Your link is on the 5th line. This is the attention grabbing stuff. The 2nd through the 8th, 2016, weekend wrap up, day 280 through 283. This is how much was made. This is the link where you can get started. This is the link where you can watch the video that I documented the proof. So you see that the proof is real. Not none of that, not nothing Photoshop. You see me do it right here. They're gonna watch this exact video to see me do it. So I'm gonna delete that picture off. Results not typical. Gotta do the income disclaimers when you're dealing with these businesses because that could get them in trouble. And in fact, you can hurt yourself as well. So I'm gonna stop sharing this page here because I want to bring back up my PowerPoint template. As it might seem like a lot, folks, but it's really not. It's actually shortening your time because you have templates in place. So now I share the template, and you saw that was Friday. So I want to change my picture. You right click on it. Oh, sorry about that. Sorry about that, Periscope, folks. Let me scale back so you can see the whole picture. Right. All right. So when Periscope people get to see it, and when you right click on it, it says change picture. Now that same little small time picture I took, I want to change that out now. So I go back into my proof pics. I go to the day's picture. Insert, you're gonna see the size change. That's how you know it's an updated picture. Then I make it bigger so it stands out on the page. And I also send this picture to my list. So my list could see this picture right here. And see all this information right here. What did I do with that? I did it on my Facebook page already, on my Money Pacer page. I already started typing it. So I just copy that whole thing. Copy down to the profits. Got the weekend wrap up date on there. Press copy. I go back here to my PowerPoint proof. And just paste it in there. All right. So now let's fill in the blanks. Profit was that. That was the weekend. I like my box to be a little bit better. So I move it up a little bit. So I had the results not typical. See, now I have a new picture. And what I want to do is remember the picture I took with the snipping tool with just this part right here in the middle. Now I want this whole picture to be saved. So I'm going to overwrite it. And you guys know how to overwrite. So I click off the box so there's no other little, see how it marks up places you click. You want to click on the outside of the box so that way it doesn't show up because you're recording your proof progress and results. See, this is the old picture that I saved. I need a new picture now. I need a new picture with everything branded because I'm going to show you how to put it in other places with safekeeping. I'm saving on my desktop by doing this right here. Press save. Save it on my desktop as day 283. I'll click save. And yes, I want to overwrite the old picture because it was just this middle part. So now that I have that saved on my desktop. Now where else I'm going to save it? I saved it on my Facebook. Remember, I saved it on the Facebook. I'm about to save it on Facebook on my Money Pacer group. So I stopped sharing and I go back to that Facebook page so you guys can see it right here, the Money Pacer. That's why I need that proof progress results. See all that stuff is already typed in. Only thing that's missing is the picture. Remember, results are not typical. So now I'll go back into our proof picture file, go back down to 283. I know that this was day 283. And there it goes. Now I have more than one Facebook page and it automatically tagged it because I like to share my weekend wrap-up picture on that page so people can see it. They only see it once a week on my other page, but every day they see it here, okay? So every day, Monday through Friday, they see it here. So let's see. Day 280 through 283, $1,450 made with the income disclaimer at the bottom, YouTube link there, and a sign-up link is there, right? So I know that I have it, now that I have it saved on Facebook by pressing post, now I have it on Facebook. You can also put this stuff on your Google Plus, on your Twitter, wherever it is you're going to do. So what I'm showing you right now, but people still liking my quotes from this morning. So what I do now is I copy this whole thing. I copy this whole thing with the purpose of I'm gonna document it somewhere else. I can make banners out of this thing. I can make a banner out of this. How do I do that? I have a nice little cool little app. Let me go back to my template. Have this cool app here that backs up everything online. So not only do I have it on Facebook, but if I happen to shut down or part ways with Facebook or whatever, now I have a backup in this app. And the app probably has, and if the app only have limited space, at least I know I'm sharing for some period of time everything I need. And it allows me to what? Put a description here. So remember I took this, remember I copied that description. Now that whole description goes here. So if I want to, I can make my progress a URL, which is found right up here. I could do anything with it now. But before I save it on this page, guess what I do? I put my name, Aaron Johnson. Oh, you guys probably can't see that, can you? All right, so I'm gonna back the screen up for the Periscope folks. Sorry, I was in my zone. Now what I want to do is I put my name here, and then I put the company I'm promoting. I type out their name. I do this for every company I'm involved with, right? Why do I type out my name and the company name? I want them to be seen together. If someone do a Google search, our names run together. And not only that, I type in what I use for my logo and my handle, which is Middle Class Millionaire. So I push that in there too. Middle Class Millionaire. Sometimes when I'm not lazy, I put in make money online. Make money. Oops, I need to learn how to type, don't I? I type in all that, make money on LINE, online. So that way when people do Google search, see that whole thing right there? People do the Google search, guess what happens? They get to see all this. They do the Google search. They search for Aaron Johnson, it might come up as an actor, that guy who acts. But if they click in Aaron Johnson from Baltimore, or Aaron Johnson Traffic Monsoon, or Aaron Johnson Middle Class Millionaire, or Aaron Johnson, House of Aaron, they click on any of that stuff, I have all these pages that come up with my name. And then they click on images, oh, that's going to come up. All my images going to show up as well. So it gets me to show up. It gets me to show up when people do the search. And that's half of winning. I'm getting referral. I haven't bought traffic in a while, but I get referrals every day from doing stuff like this. So when I press enter, it's saved. Now it's online again. Right. So now all this information is online. The YouTube link it has bigger footprint. My sign up link for my funnel, that gets a bigger footprint. My name, along with like these become keywords essentially because Google is going to search for those pages. All right. So I have it come back to Facebook. I come back to Facebook just to show you. I'm gonna give you one example. Now, most groups, most pages, they don't allow you to promote your link, right? So what I do here is I go to that picture, that template. I go to that template that doesn't have my link on there. It just has results not typical at the bottom. I'm gonna show it to you. I'm gonna show it to those who's watching on a Hangout. Everybody on Periscope, they can see because they looking at the same stuff I'm looking at, right? So when I go back to Facebook, because that's where everybody else is looking at. When I go back to Facebook, let me go to one of these groups. So I come into this group right here. Really good program. Gives people, it just line everything up for them in this program. So look, 8,907 members, 68 new people. You think these 68 new people don't need direction? They don't need help? You want to help people because you got to be ready to help your team. So that's why you help anybody, everybody you can. So you could be confident in yourself, become the expert that you need to be. So I paste that. I paste that whole thing that I took off my template. And then I go ahead and put my template in there. And voila. Now, instant recognition, 8,907 people. I'm not trying to sell them anything. I'm just showing that I'm getting results, and they could come and ask me any question. See that results not typical on my, where is it? Did I close it? I have a Word document that has the big income disclaimer on it, which I'll gladly read for you. There it goes. That's what happened. It shut down prematurely. All right. So the big income disclaimer is that results not typical. I already have that, but it says this proof of income is not a guarantee you will earn the same, but would be possible to earn this and more with equal or greater strategy and work ethic. Contact me if you want to learn my strategy for growing my business and income. So that draws people in. That's gonna make somebody say, look, this guy getting it, and he said I could ask him anything I want. This girl has a great name. She always make me tag her and stuff. Typical. I press enter 2 times, then I put the big income disclaimer down there. So if someone click on it, they happen to read that big income disclaimer, they're going to contact me, ask me what's my strategy, ask me what I'm doing, how am I getting the results I'm getting. Okay. And that way you become a person of value. Person of value becomes a person of influence. And when you go to that next thing, when that new thing comes out and you post your progress or results and they saw what you did in another program, they're going to say, oh, it's a new one and it's about getting results. This guy getting results. I see him around. They become familiar with you. Now people take on your story and stuff. And this is all, I'm not even going to act like I've been doing this forever, you guys. This is all new of how I record my progress now, as it gave me confidence, because I could tell you, I was ready to quit. I was ready to give up. But then I started getting encouraging notes and encouraging letters, and my inbox started filling up. And people was like, where you been at? I used to say a lot of things in the groups, and now I went quiet. So now I'm back. I have a different mindset that I'm gonna do it for me as well. So you gotta do it for yourself too. And then you got to show others how to do it for themselves. That's why I tell people, brand yourself. You want a middle class millionaire logo? You could go ahead, you could take one of the middle class millionaire logos, put your picture on there, and make it happen. All right. So pretty much what I would do from here on out is put it on a lot of other groups, put it on my Google Plus, put it on my Twitter feed, my Instagram. I'm gonna put this picture all over from the weekend wrap up. All right. So with the weekend wrap up, when I have the weekend wrap up going, that's what they're gonna see. They're gonna see this right here. They're gonna see that, and most people they don't know any better. Let me zoom in for you on Periscope. Most people not gonna know any better. What they're gonna do, they're just gonna focus on the money. There's a lot more to focus on, and this is what I want to wrap up with. I was telling you I showed you how to record your proof, progress, and results. But let me tell you what's so important about the weekend wrap up. The weekend wrap up is where you start off your week. You're starting off the new week with a greater mindset than you had last week. So what's the tips of having that good weekend, making that, you got to have that weekend ritual that's going to recharge you. Now, I don't watch a lot of TV during the week, but Sunday night, there's no more football going on now. Sunday night, I watch all my shows that I used to watch. I'm talking about I stay up Sunday, like after church, I'm trying to sit in my chair, doze off, wake up, watch my shows like Vampire Diaries and stuff like that. All those shows. All right, so like I said, folks, was ready to hang this thing up, to give up, to cut it loose. But this is the 5 things that my weekend does for me to make sure I don't quit. I do the family thing Friday night, Saturday after we come from church. Then I might do a lot of family stuff, but Sunday night, I'm talking about when everybody go to sleep, Sunday night belong to me. I'm up 3-4 o'clock in the morning, cleaning up the daycare, getting ready for tomorrow, planning out what I'm gonna do for the week, for the lessons, getting my week set up, because that's part of my recharging ritual. I wash the clothes, fold the clothes, so I'm by myself. So number 1, I find my recharge ritual. I have all my shows on, so I'm probably not even touching the computer Sunday night. I'm just washing clothes, folding clothes, watching TV, catching up with my shows, because that leads me to number 2, is spending time in solitude. Everybody sleep in my house. Everybody sleep. I'm getting that alone time that I have time to be creative and think and write things down. And then my ritual number 3 is, like I told you, I'm not really trying to mess with the devices because I know what's going to happen Monday night. I'm going to be doing this, the weekend wrap up. So I'm really not touching none of my stuff unless I'm watching my ads, or I'm buying ad packs or sharing positions or whatever it is. I'm really not trying to touch my phone. I'm not really trying to turn on my computer on Sunday night. I'm trying to watch my shows, fold my clothes, right? So that's number 3. So I call it a no device. It's not a no device day. It's just my no device time. Like I'm not watching people on Periscope Sunday night when I'm watching my shows and washing my clothes. So you gotta have that no device time, because you gotta step away from this stuff for a while, because it brings you back stronger. So to cover the first 3, remember it's 5 of them. You have number 1, your recharge ritual. For me, wash clothes, watch TV. Number 2, spend time in solitude. I come to the basement, my family sleep. I'm just doing my thing down here. And then with number 3 is no device time. My phone not ringing. I'm not getting a whole bunch of messages. I'm not answering a whole bunch of inbox messages of people with questions. So that brings me to number 4, which is reflect. I reflect on everything that happened the previous week. I mean, I don't really look at these YouTube videos. I just pull them up, post them. But I reflect on a lot of things, what I feel was strong, what I feel was weak. So I probably, I know I probably reflect on this. I probably reflect on this one because I didn't want this to be that long. But I'm gonna reflect on it and say, look, I probably just need to do just one video about my weekend ritual. So I reflect on everything from the week, and then step 5, or I just plan my week. I plan what I'm gonna teach to the children. I plan what I'm gonna focus on in my online business. I go and plan a week ahead. I go and see what special thing I'm gonna do for my children, what special thing I'm gonna do for my wife. So I plan all that stuff in that time on Sunday night. So when I'm waiting for clothes in the dryer after I finish folding some clothes, when I'm sitting there just watching the show, I'm also planning what I'm gonna do for the week. So I thank you all. Let me bring the people up. Let me bring my people up on the Google Hangout real fast. There we go. Oh, let me pull the camera up. That way we can do that double time thing. So turn the camera on. So I was talking about your time. Let me see, make sure everybody on Periscope can see it. Got the time up here in your corner. It says time, right? That says time. Has my middle class. I'm looking down. If you see me looking down, I'm looking down at the Periscope. What I'm trying to tell you guys about that time is about how you want to spend your weekend to make your week with your online business, whether you at a 9-to-5 job, what are you doing on the weekend to make that time better when you come back to work? Find a recharge ritual. Find something that's just for you. Something that brings you back. Spend time in solitude. If you got to sit in the bathroom for 3 hours, you better sit in that bathroom and get that time to yourself. Everyone deserves some peace and quiet here and there. You got to have some time without the electronic devices. I know it sounds ironic because I'm on Google Hangout and I'm on Periscope. I know it sounds crazy to say that, but then after you don't use a device, you got to reflect back on those things that are important to you. Reflect back on your wins and losses of the week, so that can help you move on and plan a better week ahead. How can you become more efficient? And me, in doing this, help me create the templates that I need to be more efficient and record my progress, so that way I can confidently send out my progress to my list. So effectively tracking your proof, progress, and results, that's your first step to becoming better as an online marketer, and also better in whatever you do. You have to make things tangible and trackable. Like I assess the children all the time in the daycare, and I share it with the parents. So that way they know what to look for. That way the parents can see progress every day, every week, what have you. Then I have the big tests, the big assessments to track how they coming along pretty much every quarter or whatever you want to call it, because I go all summer long. So once again, find a recharge ritual, spend time in solitude, have no devices for some time, reflect on everything, and plan for the week ahead to be more effective. And I thank you all for joining me on this YouTube video, especially welcome to Periscope. As I say, this is Mr. Aaron from the House of Aaron, the middle class millionaire, 4-year millionaire, saying good night and good morning, and I'll see you on the next video. We out.